By Dhanpal-Donna Quesada, the whole idea in life is to live in ease. To put it as Buddha did, to reduce suffering and mental angst. Finding a path of ease becomes our pole star. As Abraham Hicks says, whatever we do because we think we'll be happier in the doing of it. But, I have found that the approach to that place of ease is very different, depending on which spiritual teaching you embrace. For example, Abraham says, when you call Source forward and you don't block the current with contradictory thoughts, then it looks and feels like he's in grace and well-being. But mostly, we call sporadically, blocking that flow with our own doubts. We look too often toward other people's opinions, and other people are not only fickle, but do not see the big picture, and are necessarily limited by their own experiences. More importantly, they have their own ideas of what constitutes a good life. But perhaps, most importantly of all, they came for a different purpose than we did and so, couldn't fathom ours. Thus, by looking for their approval, we not only give away our power, but we invite confusion into our energy field. And in this way, we block our flow from Source. As an analogy, it is like what happens when we pollute a river of clean, pristine, crystalline water flowing toward a feeding pond. For most people, and for many well-meaning spiritual teachers, the answer is to slow down the asking because we're not managing what we're asking for. In other words, to stop desiring because unmet and unmanifested desires cause suffering. But that would be like saying the answer to the polluted river is to stop the flow, altogether. We've seen the havoc that dams create. The answer is, rather, to enable ourselves to become a vibrational match to our desires. Said differently, to get the resistance out of the way, rather than slow the desires. You can't drop desires anyway. The desire to take the next breath is, after all, a desire. And doesn't the mere attempt to eradicate all desires make life dull? The idea is to enable the desire to flow in ease, like the river, and better yet, to flow with the river. That happens when we stop slowing down the flow with doubt, when we stop sticking the oar into the mud with contradictory thoughts, which in turn, affect our overall vibration. The idea is that without resistance, we soar into a higher frequency mode of being and we come to match our desires. This is the field of grace, in which synchronicities occur. How do we do this? By using dropping into the realm of feeling, rather than overthinking. By using our vibrational senses. By becoming super aware of how our entire body feels in various situations and the signals it gives us. This is the feminine aspect of spiritual practice. Feel the downflow of energy, the descent, rather than constant focus on the upflow, the ascent, into the concept known as enlightenment. Incorporate the yin to the yang. The feel flow, like the Beach Boys song. And in this aliveness of body, step into clarity and easiness, grace and magic. And total trust in yourself, without needing to know the details of how everything will unfold. Let's block ads. Why?